A woman from Pennsylvania who had been declared dead was discovered alive, living hundreds of miles away after a search that lasted 31 years. Bob Copter reported his wife, Patricia, missing to the police when he returned home to find she was not there in 1992. Despite searching for years and putting notices in Puerto Rico newspapers, where Patricia had expressed wanting to go, she was not found until 1999, when she was discovered on the streets of Puerto Rico in need of care. Patricia, who had previously worked as a street preacher, refused to share any details of her personal life and suffered from dementia in her later years. She was eventually linked to Ross Township, the location from where she disappeared, and DNA tests confirmed her identity. Patricia's family were shocked to hear the news that she was still alive, after believing that she died so many years ago. The case is now officially closed, and the family has been able to reconnect with her after 31 years. Scientists have made a groundbreaking discovery in the world of paleontology, uncovering one of the most well-preserved dinosaur fossils ever found. The Dinosaur fossil, dating back up to 145 million years ago, was discovered in near pristine condition, with its skin, armor coating, and even stomach contents all surviving the fossilization process. Researchers studied the anatomy, gut contents, and armor of the Dinosaur, providing a whole new insight into the animal's life. The fossil was found in an ancient marine environment, despite the fact that the four-legged creature was a land dweller. One of the most interesting takeaways from this discovery is the revelation that the Dinosaur's distinctive back spikes were likely used as a flirting tool to attract other mates. This discovery has provided an important key to unlocking the history of dinosaurs, and has brought us one step closer to unlocking all the secrets of the ancient world. A man in China who took part in a gas station robbery in 2009 with two accomplices managed to escape arrest by going into hiding. The three men got away with a small amount of money, which they quickly spent. After his accomplices were arrested, the man realized that it was only a matter of time before the authorities would find him. So he spent the next 14 years living as a hermit in a small cave in a remote mountain area. He survived by hunting and scavenging for food, and occasionally sneaking back into his home village to steal food and see his family. However, he missed important life events like his father's funeral and his son's wedding. Recently, he turned himself in and led the police to the small cave where he had been hiding. He now faces a prison sentence for his crime. Toblerone Chocolate is set to undergo a packaging redesign that will remove the iconic Matterhorn mountain. Mondelez International, which produces the chocolate, is moving production away from Switzerland and will no longer be able to include the national symbol on its packaging. The Swiss Act, which was passed in 2017, specifies that items claiming to be Swiss-made must have at least 80% of their raw materials from Switzerland. For milk and dairy products, the figure rises to 100%. The company will use the new streamlined mountain logo instead, designed to mimic Toblerone's unique triangular shape. An appalling video has emerged of a takeaway chef preparing raw chicken with a blowtorch in a dirty alleyway behind a shop. Filmed in Middlesbrough, the footage has gone viral on social media, causing a storm of outrage. In the video, a man is seen using a propane gas tank to blowtorch the raw chicken while holding a pipe. The chicken is placed in a trolley close to the rubbish on the ground, with just a piece of cardboard placed underneath to catch the juices. Food safety officers have visited the takeaway in question, and the local council is investigating the incident. Many social media users have called for action to be taken against this establishment, while others have made light of the situation, making jokes about the chef's cooking techniques. Blaine Parker, a member of the volunteering group AmeriCorps, discovered a remarkable find over President's Day weekend, a gigantic clam that could be more than 214 years old. At first, Parker thought that he had found a great ingredient for clam chowder. However, upon closer inspection, he realized that it was no ordinary clam. Parker and his team were about to use the clam to make a delicious soup, but they soon realized that it was too special to be eaten. Instead, they decided to analyze it at a lab, where Parker also works as a specimen collector. After examining the clam, the lab determined that it was 6 inches in length and weighed 2.6 pounds, making it a true giant among clams. However, what made it truly remarkable was its age, as the clam could be more than 214 years old. The lab calculated the age of the clam by counting the number of layers on its shell, with each layer representing a year of growth. Blaine counted 214 layers on the shell, leading him to name the clam Clam Lincoln. Parker's decision to report the discovery to the authorities was a wise one. By preserving the clam, scientists now have a rare opportunity to study a specimen that is more than 2 centuries old. It's not every day that someone stumbles upon such an amazing find, and Parker's discovery has generated a lot of interest among scientists. Andreas Flatten, a former employee of the AOK Walker Auto Works in Georgia, resigned from his job in November of 2020 after reportedly experiencing a toxic workplace. But when he didn't receive his final check of $915, he contacted the Georgia Department of Labor for assistance. The company continued to withhold payment until mid-March, when Flatten found a pile of slimy pennies in his driveway, along with an envelope and a payslip. Flatten spent hours cleaning the 91,515 pennies, worried that the oil or grease coming off them could harm the nearby freshwater creek. When asked about the coins, his former boss, Miles Walker, said that he couldn't recall if he was the one that dumped the coins. But he said that the entire situation was one big mess from start to finish. In a bid to look ready for summer without any effort, a man has gone the extra mile and got a six-pack tattooed on his belly. The tattoo, which was done by Manchester-based artist Dean Gunther, took only 2 days to complete. The man can now enjoy beer and food without worrying about his physical appearance. The tattoo looks realistic and impressive, and the man can look forward to showing it off during the summer months. Dean Gunther, who relished the challenge of creating a realistic six-pack on the man's belly, said it was one of the most unusual requests he has ever been asked to do, but that he was excited to take on the challenge. The tattoo has practical benefits as well, serving as a solution for people who don't have time to go to the gym. A mother's attempt to clean her car resulted in a major mishap after she mistakenly used a can of white vinyl spray instead of vinyl cleaner. Her daughters filmed the disastrous results, which show blotches of white paint covering every inch of the car's interior, including the seats, dashboard, steering wheel, and doors. The video has since gone viral on TikTok, amassing over 1.7 million views, with some users sympathizing with the mother, stating that the product's label was misleading, while other people find the whole situation amusing, with one user comparing the mother's artwork to that of famous street artist Banksy. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy weird news stories from around the world, make sure to hit subscribe.